Hello and welcome to Bricks and Bits episode number 40. We have no guests this week and we have no sponsors. Nobody likes us, it turns out. So the podcast is in shambles. It's a flaming dumpster fire. Welcome to the show. Hope you enjoy. Anyway, we're joined by Just Too Good and brickitect as usual. How you guys doing?
Doing good. I'm eating dinner in between takes because my mama just made some homemade dinner, and I'm like,
my God.
I can't skip on that meal fresh.
I don't blame you.
On Bricks and Bits.
All right, so we were just before the show. We were talking about Kohl's has Lego, right? So for those of you not aware, I think Kohl's is an American thing. If you live in America and you have a Kohl's near you, might want to check it because there's some sets for 50% off. Justin, did you buy anything? I know you went.
I did not. Hold up, let me swallow this one.
Yeah, I see how you're like mid-chew.
But I found almost bought stuff because they had the Women of Nassau set.
I love the way you say NASA.
Really? How do you say it?
NASA. You say Nassau. You like pronounce it.
Woman of Nassau. Yeah, I've always said NASA. Ever since I was a little kid going to Kennedy Space Center, I always used to say NASA. I don't know. I say a lot of words weirdly, but
yeah,
they had that half off which I already own, but it's a great part pack.
You could have bought it for me, but I just couldn't pay you back because that would go against my challenge.
That's true. I didn't know you wanted it. Do you
really want it? No, I mean for half price. It's one of those like half price, may as well.
I know.
No, people have offered me. They're like, "What if I buy it for you, and then you just pay me back at the end of the month?" And I'm like, "That completely defeats the purpose of me doing
exactly.
this." Like that's just not right. Yeah, I mean, if you want to buy it and send it to me, I'm all for that. Like, if it's free and I don't have to pay you, then that's not breaking my challenge. But I'm not gonna like cheat myself. That's defeats the purpose.
Yeah, no, that's good.
And some people
that was $12.50 for that then, half off.
That's a good price.
Yeah, it was.
And that's decent.
I think Greg's taking a family trip to Kohl's after the podcast.
Yeah, I'm driving there right now. I'm taking this mobile.
Yeah, pack up the Sunday because now everybody's going to be going to Kohl's because of this podcast. So yeah,
I forgot that Kohl's even sold Lego sets. I just pictured it as a clothing store, so I need to start looking.
Yeah, no, they have a pretty cool section too. They have a great display for like the Lego Movie 2. All the 4 I went to had this, all 3. And
you went shopping, didn't you? Went to 3 Kohl's.
Well, I went to. Well, I'm at a different location.
I know you're
Orlando location. So I'm like, I went down here, I went up there, and also they had Nexo Nights as well. They had the Adventure Time idea set, which I never had interest in, for like half off, which I'm like, tempting, but that's still kind of a crappy set.
Right?
So.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
I got that one on sale. I don't really follow Adventure Time, but I just kind of wanted to build the little figures up and do it like on a live stream or something. But it's definitely an overpriced set. Even that one in Nassau, that one's overpriced too. But, man, 50% off. It's hard to argue with any Lego set, which is how you get yourself in trouble.
It is.
Yeah, I saw Ryan's buddy, Life Brick Studios. I think he had he found a friend set there. I don't know if it was his picture. It might have been his picture, but he found a friend set there for like 70% off. It was the race day one that's usually $60 for like $17. I was like, that's actually a really good deal.
That is I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no mathematician, but
yeah, I didn't see any. I think to me they might be like blanket clearance where like all the stores in the area, because like the same Nexo Night sets I found up there, I found down here for the same price.
Right. I would think Kohl's
up there.
I would think Kohl's is less like I think the Kohl's Lego section at every store is probably like exactly the same, unlike Walmart and Target where it very much varies store to store.
Yeah. So I would say if you find some of the summer friend sets, scan them because they might be on a good clearance deal. I didn't see any of them. The
old adage is scan everything.
Oh yeah, that's the real way. But I'm like, okay, I don't want to spend too long here.
Right.
But yeah, I've been monitoring my purchases too for Haul Patrol this whole new year. I have a certain limit, so I'm like, I was gonna buy NASA, but I'm like, okay, I have it.
You got a budget?
Yeah, so I'm budgeting. I'm not like, I was like, okay, I gotta hold off here
until there's gonna be a Lego lockout when you can't approve a new budget.
Right? Yeah, they're going to shut down the channel for
we're not making any more reviews on here.
Yeah. Gotta pay out Ash and Flash.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't get paid for his work until there's a new con. Oh my God, that'd be hilarious. I don't know if it'd be funny, but it'd be funny for me. I'd enjoy the show, to be honest. But okay, so eBay had a coupon yesterday. I guess it was yesterday as of recording this podcast for 15% off anything. And I'll tell you what, I resisted the urge to go on eBay.
Dude,
Like, I
you're
think I
usually-
went on there like once, and I was like, Lego Gold C3PO. And I was like, all right, no super deals. I'm gonna
Dude.
keep true to my pact here.
You're usually the one who shows me this stuff.
You didn't know about it?
I did not know about it. You're the coupon guy. You and
I'm the coupon. Well, I mean,
Lego channel. You guys will show me when there's a.
Hey, I
eBay
saved you.
coupon.
I
don't
saved
check
you
those
money
out.
yesterday. Think about it that way.
Dude,
I was
I want to make a
reactive
big
and work
eBay
on
purchase.
electronics.
You read?
Yeah.
What were you
tried
gonna
to
buy?
find-
I tried picking up Lego Worlds for PlayStation 4, and I found a really good deal on it. And I was like, all right, I'll use this coupon. And it's like, okay, doesn't work on electronics.
It's dumb.
I was
Huh.
bummed.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What system do you have, Greg?
I have everything.
Really?
I got that
Honestly-
for I got that for PS4 just because I had that hooked up to stream, and I thought that'd be really nice
Oh,
for
I
people
see.
to watch me stream.
I have
Really
an Xbox One
neat though.
copy because I need to get. I have that. Yeah, I have Ninjago movie the game. If you want them, if you're in Florida, I don't use them, so yeah.
It was really
City.
mixed. I asked people's opinion before I bought it. I was like, is this a good game or not? And like half people said yes, it's awesome. Half people said no, it's terrible. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I saw your post about that. So
I figure it's worth if I get one stream out of it, it's it's fine.
it's worth. I don't know how much it is, but it's worth the $10 or $20. You have a fun time with
Yeah, I
it.
paid
See how it
15
goes.
for it. It would have been like
That's fair.
$12 with the 15% off.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Huh. Yeah, you missed out on a great deal there. You should have used a 15% off on something else. Whenever those 15% off coupons come out, it's a tough one because those give you the opportunity to get something for a price that you otherwise really couldn't.
I bought a $80 Constructabuzz set yesterday.
With
Oh,
you did, and you
Without
didn't.
a coupon. I didn't even know there was a coupon. I'm really ticked off myself. I'm like, dang it, I didn't know there was a coupon. Yeah.
Dang.
Crud, that would have saved me some bucks, but whatever.
I feel like we were just talking about how they haven't done one of those
They
coupons.
hasn't. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I was thinking about because I saw a few days ago they had one for Dell products. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like no thanks.
Yeah.
Maybe like a decade ago I would have cared.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I bought a Dell laptop, so maybe I should have cared about that. Okay, whatever. Now I'm just seeing all these coupons now. They all come to use. Oh, dang it. Whatever. I've been basically trying to get the white box Toy Story sets for certain ones I'm missing, and so I missed the Constructabuzz.
So you're all about the certain box type for that. You don't like the blue box?
No, well, I love the blue box, but I lost 3 sets. So for those 3 sets, I'm like, if I'm buying another one, might as well get the white box version.
The white box is the newer, like it was the second.
Yeah,
Why do you want the white box over the blue for those?
Because I have all the boxes still except I'm missing one box, but because I lost it somewhere. So I'm like, okay, if I'm going to buy another one, might as well buy one with the white box version. So now that I have both versions of the box.
Fair enough.
So yeah, so I love the Toy Story boxes. I actually like the original Blue Sky versions and the white box ones, but
Blue
hey,
Sky.
add it to the collection.
Yeah, I just got a Blue Sky Toy Story RC car box, so I think it's a little faded, but.
Ooh. Oh, so you bought it?
Yeah, I bought another RC car. It was practically brand new. It was only missing like the motor piece, so I'm gonna take my old RC car and give it the motor piece because I wanted the
That's a
full
great
set, so I can compare it to the new one when I get it. Plus, I like the set; like it's just a nice set. I didn't have the minifigures for it, so I wanted to get the minifigs. I was like, all right, I'll just buy one.
I see.
It's just easier. But yeah, I love those minifigs with the molded heads. That's where they're at.
Yeah, same here. That's the best. But yeah, I'm gonna do a comparison video too. So we're gonna be battling it out.
Oh no!
I'm
Disaster.
Sorry. I can't wait.
I'm gonna have to make it extra clickbait this time. You have to step up the game. You got a lot. I feel like I nailed down my comparison video style. Like, I don't know if you've watched one of the more recent ones I do, but I have like a whole rating system, and there's like 5 categories, and like I like doing it that way. I think that's a fun way to do it.
Yours might be much more
So
informative than mine.
I'm like, you get X amount of points out of n being however many sets there are in a given comparison video, and at the end everything's tallied up from the 5 categories, and the winner with the most points wins. It's I mean it's still all arbitrary and mostly based on my opinion, but a little bit less so because it's at least got a scoring system.
I haven't seen some of your newer ones, so that's actually interesting.
Yeah.
So we will have 2 different videos. So
That's going on.
Mine is just gonna be like, oh, look at these. Okay, I'm done.
This
All
RC
my
car.
videos are just quick, just
What was that,
put
Greg?
it out.
I said that's my style.
This
Is
RC
it
car.
fun? Yes. Done.
It rolls forward.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I guess the new one doesn't have a pullback motor, so technically it can't roll forward on itself.
Yeah, it takes a little push, little flick from the back. It's small, I guess you can do that. So I guess I guess we'll move on to our first actual topic on the list. 10 minutes in, that's good. 10 minutes of shooting the crap. We have Lego Avengers Tower promo. I'm sure you guys have, Greg. Greg, you're the only one that I don't know if you've seen this because you don't like.
I happened to watch M&R News today, and I did see
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, there you go.
Have you heard of that? It's a good,
good program.
The most reliable news ever.
This week was kind of the laziest, but that's besides the point. There wasn't a ton of news this week, but I still made one anyway.
I saw a comment on this one on that video that I thought was hilarious.
Oh, did you? What was it?
He said that this looks like the Fortnite llama.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I got you.
I saw some comments on that too on mine.
You saw the
good point.
You saw comments, but you didn't. Oh, why is my phone? Hold on. We'll get to that. We're gonna get to that. I have a really funny. This isn't a. Okay, we'll just get to it. So, this is a cool promo. This is like the Diagon Alley promo that they did for Harry Potter last year, and like I want more of this type of promo. I think that's like. I just want more of these like mini micro scale model things.
Look, I don't like micro scale stuff, but if it's free,
free.
I mean, it's not free, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's a threshold promo,
right?
I'll take it because I'd rather them do that instead of doing a full, what is it called, like a full direct consumer set that's micro scale. Like I wasn't really a fan of that Hogwarts Castle one. And what's also cool is that they they kind of stopped doing the exclusive minifigures for a lot of themes, and now they're bringing it back with these because there's exclusive Tony Stark in here. Diagon Alley had an exclusive.
Not screen sharing. Sorry.
Had exclusive Ollivander, so. This is cool. It's not only an exclusive figure, but now they have an actual build, and I like that. I like it a lot.
Right. I'm all for this. I think I would love to see one for Star Wars, obviously, and they can do all the different themes. Like, I think it's a great way to do something fun as a promo that's a little bit different than everything else they do as promos. So we'll see where it goes from here, but it should be. Here you go. Hold on.
I think it gets people excited and it gives them an incentive, like we've talked about in the past, to actually shop from Lego, considering that the prices are higher than everywhere else you shop at.
So if you guys open the link I just sent you, not the link, the picture I sent, the said it looks like the Fortnite llama. There you go.
Funny. See, now I can't unsee it now.
Now you cannot unsee it.
That's all I see.
Yep, it's pretty spot on. Like. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Wow, that's a good one.
I was gonna say, so Ryan, you're getting more into Marvel stuff. I see. I mean,
I'm just getting in. I just have a greater appreciation for other Lego themes in general.
Good.
Like
now you still got to see the movies.
I would say within the last 5 years, that's something that's kind of started. Maybe more so in the last like 3 years. But like. I definitely have a great appreciation for other themes, and this one's definitely one that I'm like. Once I see the movies, I might completely buy into it. It's not something I own a ton of sets from. I probably own more like Harry Potter sets, but
what you've only seen like Ant-Man and the Wasp for like the
MCU. Like that's it. Like what's the one that came out summer 2016? Suicide Squad. I saw that one. I don't know if that's Marvel.
DC. That's you just triggered a whole bunch of people.
It's all superheroes. Anyway, yeah, cool set. Looks like a llama. Damn.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We're talking about. Greg mentioned it. Like more incentive to buy at Lego. Still awkward that Lego is not revealing these. Like this was. It wasn't a leak, but it was found in a store. Like these are pictures not from Lego, and I think it would be smart if Lego revealed these ahead of time. Like a set like this isn't even spoilery. It's from the first movie.
Well, the promo's not for like another month and a half or something. So they like it wouldn't make sense for them to reveal it because obviously they don't want to build hype for it a month and a half.
You think it's going to come? I thought it was going to come.
I heard late, like April 23rd is like the date I have in my mind, like late April.
I thought it was going to be like around the time the Endgame sets came out because the calendar hasn't come out for April, has it?
I saw a picture of it, I think, and it did not have anything Endgame.
Oh, it didn't have it.
But yeah, we'll leave it at that as far as the date. I don't know the date for sure, but like, why would they release it April 1st when people are going to buy the sets anyway? I'm thinking later.
No, that's a good point. No, you actually got a good point. Yeah, probably around April 26th is when the movie comes out. So yeah, maybe you're on something. No, that makes sense. But it leaked, so.
Did leak.
It was, yeah. I don't know, but they let us cover it, so whatever. It's the same with what is it called, the Ollivander one. That one, I think.
Yeah, the same thing.
First, yeah.
Yep. Just showed up at some random store. Like, doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
We'll move down to the Snowspeeder Pod Racer. This one showed up at a Target in the U.S. I don't know where, but I like this concept. This is another thing, just kind of like that set we just looked at. Just the idea of having a retro styled poly bag, just there's something cool about that. Like, it's not of a current model, it's a throwback, and I like that. This is obviously, for those of you who don't know, this is the 1999 Snowspeeder was dark gray and orange. Most modern Lego Snowspeeders are made of white, so I like that they kind of, it's a nice little nostalgia bit there with the old colors. But
I think Lego should do more of this, not only with Star Wars, but with everything. There's so many people that I think collect now that maybe didn't experience that stuff, or even if you did,
right,
you want to re-experience it, and they could just make piles of money if they just threw out some old sets that make a new again.
I would say to that, like, oh, go ahead, Justin.
Oh, no, you keep going.
Just that, I think it's just getting to the point where they can do that, right? Like, it's been 20 years of Star Wars. Like, now you can make stuff that people will actually have, like, a nostalgic feeling for, right? When you go back that far, like, it actually kind of matters. Like, stuff from 5 years
in terms
ago.
Of Star Wars, but if you think about other themes, like, if they
like
put
City.
out a new old castle set right now, or a pirate set, I'd be all over that,
Yeah, that's what I was, like, what Greg said was, if they did that, it would be so cool. And you could kind of see they're doing it. Benny Space Squad had a remake of the old helmet.
Right.
They made a totally new mold, an actual molded machine, for that old helmet. And that is definitely something for the older kids and older adults, but also the kids would like it. So if they did do a new pirate ship or whatever, even if it was like a big direct-to-consumer, I think kids would like it as well.
Right.
But it won't be to the point where, if it's not the most popular theme, again, you can make it a direct-to-consumer set. You can make it a poly bag. These very limited run things that,
Just look at that Benny set, though. That was a $10 set, and look at the hype around that. Everybody wanted that set.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Sure. Just about that set. Just like watching people buy that set and like, oh man, glad I got one. Like it seemed to me like people thought they just weren't gonna be around for 2 years, and I was just like, guys, you can chill. They're gonna be on store shelves for 2 years. Like, I don't know, I just felt like some people thought they were only going to be there for like the month, and then they were going to be gone forever. It's just kind of funny to watch online.
Yeah. I will say this, I when I go to stores and stuff, I don't see that one as often. Like, I don't think Kohl's had that one.
I see it all the time.
Sweetest Friends and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe it's just my area, but it does seem to be either very popular or a shorter run. I don't know.
Yeah,
works out pretty well though, because it is a really interesting set in general.
So. Yeah. On top of this polybag, though, some of the 2018 Lego Star Wars sets, or the April ones, are showing up in Targets as well. No Marvel ones, though. So no it's sets. only the Star Wars stuff.
Which was weird because we had the Endgame sets show up in, what was it, like Czech Republic or wherever the heck it was, like a month ago.
Yeah, I thought those were going to come out March 1st because of that. Like, I was shocked that those like showed up like early February, and then they just aren't coming out for 2 more months. Like, what? Like, how did that happen?
Yeah, I mean, I was able to secure the poly bag from eBay for like a lot of money, and that was showing up in stores too. So I don't know what's going on here.
Interesting. So yeah, Target's got them super early. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm getting a few in the mail tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. You probably have already seen a ton of videos on my channel by the time you watch this podcast, but Infinite Bricks hooked me up. He's the man. But like, I don't know why they're showing up so early. Like, 3 weeks is a little too early. It just doesn't make sense to me.
No Toy Story stuff. When Toy Story 4 shows up, wherever it shows up, I'll freaking buy that ASAP. I can't wait for those, but.
I think someone goofed in the Target warehouse and they sent stuff out like a week early. I really do. I don't.
Or maybe maybe they're not. Are they not street dated?
They were not. Well, they sold them to him, so
yeah. So no. Maybe those are just not street dated, and maybe like the Toy Story 4 and Endgame are like street dated
probably.
In the system.
Yeah, the other thing I was gonna say with that is the last like few Lego waves at Target haven't shown up like before release day 2 weeks or like they haven't been showing up 2 weeks early like they had in years prior. And now they are again, which I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning is, but it's just a thing that's happening. So we'll see if it continues with the Forza or the Episode 9 sets, which probably won't because they'll be hard street dated.
I think those would be like hard street dated because of the movie and everything, and like
same
Endgame and everything. But yeah, we'll see.
So while we're on the topic of new Lego sets, I guess this would be one of my shoe-in topics. What's the farthest you guys have ever traveled just to buy a Lego set? And I'll go first, so you guys can think about it.
First, yeah.
The farthest I usually ever go without like making a phone call first to make sure they have it would probably be like half an hour. I probably wouldn't go farther than that. Like I'll still check the stock checker online, and then I'll like go to the store if I think they're gonna have it. But anything over half an hour, I'm gonna call, and usually an hour and a half is probably my limit, which would be right about where the Lego store is, Orlando Targets that I've been to for about 90-minute drive. So that's about my limit for looking for a Lego set early. And if I'm going to Orlando, I'm gonna call ahead. I will never go to Orlando without calling ahead and making sure they have it, because I don't want to drive back empty-handed. But that's about the farthest I go. I don't know about you guys.
How about you, Greg?
I do most of my shopping online. My Walmart and Target are both like 25 minutes away, so like I really don't have a choice but to drive that far.
Yeah.
For me, I don't usually call ahead. I just go. I usually check BrickSeek, and if they have something on clearance there, I trust it. Right. I have called a Walmart that was probably like an hour and a half away before to try to get the Ultimate Batmobile for $35. And it said they had 3 of them in stock. I called. The girl supposedly checked. I don't know if she did or not, but she said they didn't have any. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to drive there to test her on
right, obviously. Some stores do have what I call like phantom clearance, where it will say it's in stock online and it just is nowhere to be found in the store, and it just is what it is.
Yeah.
It just.
Do you ever get a feeling
though,
like the person didn't even check? Like
oh yeah.
Phone call. I remember like I was on hold for a long time, then nothing happened, so I called back, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, we don't have that." And I'm like, "Did you check?"
It's like
should have gone.
Yeah, they probably had 3 of them sitting on the shelf there.
I knew you had it, and just smack her over the head with the box.
Oh my god.
You're fired.
Ryan, didn't you drive like 2 hours for Lego Movie 2, or what was that?
That was Orlando. That was about an hour. Yeah,
okay.
You guys
that was
are a little different for me too, because you guys like to have the reviews out early, have the sets
right.
immediately.
Yeah,
I'm more of like the long game. I wait for the 20%, 50% ideally.
I was thinking more like a Craigslist deal you might have done one time or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't. Like, my area is so rural. Even if I look at anything like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, there's like nothing on there for Lego. It's a bummer. So.
Oh, dang. Well, for me, I mean, I can't really name specific instances. Most of them are like 30 to like an hour.
Right.
I mean, for this Lego store grand opening, most recent one I went to was like an hour 15, an hour. So, yeah, but I can't think of a time. I was really trying to think. There's times I hypothetically thought, okay, it's found here. I might as well drive up there. But
right. I think like if Star Wars sets showed up in Tampa, I'd drive 3 hours.
Is that your max, like Ryan?
Yeah, like if you could guarantee, like if Justin went to Tampa, well, Justin would bring them back for me, right? He'd be the nice guy. But I would only have to go halfway. But however, like hypothetically, like Justin's in Tampa for whatever reason, which is about 2.5 to 3 hours away from me. For people that don't know, it just depends on what side of Tampa. And Justin is in a Target, and he's like, "Yeah, they have them all. They're sitting on the shelves right now." And I know for sure that they have them, right? I would go. If on the stock checker it says they have them, I'm not, like, even though I usually trust the stock checker, I'm not driving 3 hours.
Yeah, because you don't know if they're
That's 6 hours round trip. Not happening. Yeah, exactly.
But also, really, what takes time is, back in the day, I'm less worried about getting sets early and stuff, because usually I could buy them early from eBay or stuff like that. But back in the day, I used to, 2013, 2014, 2015, my mom and I would drive, and we would hit up every store in an area, and that would be the time wasters. That would take like hours and hours. We would check every store for the new Lego minifigure series, every store for the Lego Ninja Turtles movie sets, every store. And it was crazy because back then I was getting less compensation for what I was doing, but I still spent more time on checking these places.
Before the system was refined.
Yeah, no, now I'll check a place, and it's like, yeah, back then I guess it was more of the Wild West. They wouldn't have these street dates or anything like that, But they've gotten so strict, it's like, it's not even worth my time most of the time. I'm just like, okay, I'll check, I'll spend like an hour searching stores, maybe an hour 30 around the area, and that's it, And I'll do that like once a clearance season.
Right.
Or not clearance season, but new season.
Yeah.
But,
dude, that story makes me proud of your mom. That's
cool.
Yeah. I love, shout out to the Just 2 mom. I mean, she's always watching these episodes, but
dedicated.
she's a big help on the channel for sure. She's always been a big help.
That's cool.
So you owe her like what, 20% for life?
Right? Yeah.
If you didn't have that foundation, where would you be?
Exactly. If I get like Mr. Beast level rich off of YouTube or whatever, I'll buy her a house or something. Do one of those videos.
$200,000 Lego building competition. Just have some
there you go. Yeah. Yep,
mad Lego competitions. That'd be insane. I'd totally do that if I was making like $1 million a year.
Hey, shout out
not
the winner,
that much money, but
the winner of the Mr. Beast 200,000.
The airsoft.
Yeah, it was Jaden Animations who was on the Just Two podcast,
Yeah.
friend of Just Too Good.
Where's our airsoft invite, Mr. Beast? Come on, man.
Right.
Dude, I love playing airsoft. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys have ever played,
I've never played airsoft.
No.
It's an adrenaline rush. It's like paintball,
Really?
but better. Yeah.
Does it hurt?
I mean, it's the fun part is that it does hurt, so there's like a danger, right?
That's cool.
Like,
That's
that gives
cool.
you-
Yeah, that gives you the adrenaline.
Like, it's gonna sting a little. Like, you're not gonna be in pain all day, right? It's just gonna hurt when you get hit a little. It just
This
depends on
might
where
be
you
a
get
new
hit.
question on airsoft, but I know with paintball, you can obviously tell when someone gets hit because of the splat. What happens with airsoft?
It's a game of honor.
Okay.
You gotta, you call your hit.
In the video, did they have balloons or something? Because I kind of
Yeah, they did, yeah. That's how
Okay,
that
that was it,
works.
yeah.
But in like traditional airsoft, you just hit. You call your hit. If you get hit, just don't be an
Oh, I
a-hole.
see.
Yeah. I mean, you could, but people call you out. It's not.
So you have a lot of
Ruins the point of the
airsoft,
game.
Guns, right? I mean,
I have a CO2 gun and a battery AK. It's fun.
that's cool. Yeah, it's always something I was interested in. But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess more since I've.
And one of these days, I'll go to Orlando and we'll plan a course. We'll do it.
Let's do it.
When
Let's do it. We'll
Greg
get
comes
PLC.
down next
We're
summer.
gonna- okay, we're gonna have
Clark
our-
plays airsoft.
Yeah, we're gonna have our $200 airsoft challenge. Okay.
$200.
Everybody who enters the pot.
Oh my god.
20 people, or I guess something divisible by 3. 30 people. Bam! It's gonna be crazy. Get the whole crew there. But,
Huh.
yeah, that's coming soon. So go fund us on GoFundMe.
All right, so I have an M&R special report. My video is coming out soon. I don't know when. It's just one of those videos that's in the works. I finished making it. I just haven't edited it yet.
The Star Wars Advent Calendar 2000.
Yeah, like that one, exactly.
Review, yeah.
Right on the
It's
point.
coming.
So a few weeks ago on the show, we were talking about it was on this show, right? We were talking about leg glue, and I decided I would order some on the show, so I thought it'd be topical to bring it up on the show. Leg glue is le trash. So
No.
yeah, so as you'll see in my video, like it just doesn't hold the pieces together like I just pulled them apart after like them being together for 3 days with glue. Like it just didn't hold anything, and then it just leaves a residue, and I was like, well, this is like pointless. Like the glue literally just did nothing from what I could tell. Yeah, not worth
Did
the
you
money.
try washing it off after the fact? Did it come off entirely?
I also did that. I put it in warm water. What it says on the back is that it's supposed to loosen the glue, so I don't think that cleans it off all the way. So I think I would have to clean it a little bit. Let me grab the bag. I can look and see if it's cleaned off from what I washed. All right, let's see. I definitely washed this figure pretty well. Oh, they're still wet. No, there's still like residue on him. I don't know, dude.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's not that great. I would not recommend leg glue to anybody. So, don't buy leg glue. I mean, yeah, exactly. I don't recommend gluing your sets together to begin with. I just kind of wanted to try it out because we were talking about it on the podcast. And I'm like, all right, I'll just make a video on it. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I was pretty disappointed in the product as a whole. Just don't buy it. It's the best way to put it.
Rip. I feel like those little sticky thingies, the sticky wall thingies, where you stick Lego minifigures on the wall.
The what?
Block tape.
Oh,
tape,
yeah, that's actually good though. That's like a
I've heard those are
legit product.
Ashton
I've
Flash said
had-
that one sucked.
I've had a lot of success with block tape. I've had people say that it doesn't stick to their wall though. So
It might
Yeah.
depend on your wall, what your paint is.
That could be it.
You know what I mean?
That could be it.
true.
It
Yeah,
really
maybe
might.
That wasn't unfair.
Are you gonna leave a 1-star review, Ryan? Leg glue.
Oh, you're right. I should on Amazon. Oh, my video
This
will be
stuff is
enough.
terrible. Check out my review on YouTube.
Yeah, million views.
Doesn't Amazon have like video reviews now, or no? That eBay
yeah.
has those. Because I
No,
used to see
Amazon has 'em.
your best friend Brick Queen. I used to see her video reviews on eBay.
I do see that. I want to know how I get my videos on eBay because I've been thinking about. I need that. That'd be
So maybe-
nice.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I need to look into that. I don't know how that works, but eBay hit me up. We'll work out a deal. Link my YouTube videos there. I'll do it for free. How's
Speaking of
that?
YouTube videos being in random places, have you guys seen on Amazon Prime Video? People have YouTube videos on there, like gameplay videos. And...
The Brick Show
Really?
did that. You could
How do you
buy
know?
brick. You could buy Brick Show videos.
That's crazy. I mean, they had it on Roku box or something. One of those viewers. Where I don't know if you buy it, but yeah.
No, like I've seen it before. Like you could probably go right now. They're probably still there on Amazon.com. You could buy like a $2 Brick Show set review for $2 to watch the review.
That's
It's just
funny.
hilarious.
You told me Brick Show was back. I think somebody told me.
They are.
And
Maybe
yeah,
I did.
checked
Maybe
it
I
out.
told
One thing I was wondering, why did they change their logo on the new version?
It looks so bad. I think it looks so bad.
Did they make an entirely new channel? Or...
Yeah. So they also changed their YouTube channel name. So it was Brick Show Shop, and I don't know what they changed it to. But if you search Brick Show Shop, you'll find it. I think. Oh, excuse me.
Mm-hmm. I gotta get one of them on the Just Two podcast, honestly.
Yeah, you probably.
wanna-
Now it's
I wanna
called
get to
the
the
Brick
bottom
Show News. Don't subscribe to them, and they've hidden their subscriber
Oh,
count because they're
come on.
insecure. I love
like
it.
their videos.
I love it.
Subscribe.
love
I
it.
saw a lot of people in the comments. Their videos, you know.
Dude, you know what video of mine has like the most hate?
What?
it's my the Brick Show YouTube channel deleted with interviews. And you know,
Really?
I feel like
See,
a
there's
lot of
the
the hate
fans.
I feel like a lot of the hate is ungrounded. Because people are like, oh, you're making fun of the Brick Show for getting their channel deleted. Dude, I just went to the people and got the people's opinions. That's what the people feel, you know? Like, what am I supposed to do about that?
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
come on, Ryan.
you kind of pampered it up, you know. You're
I might have, but I'm still
Yeah.
saying, like, that was everyone's honest opinion on the spot. Like, it's not like I'm just saying. I don't know.
Alright.
I
Okay.
I still think it's a funny video. No regrets.
Alright. Well, that's okay.
I like being able to upload what I
really-
want.
okay,
That's why I'm
would
not
you
in the
want-
LAN.
Okay, would you want Jason or Steven to be on this show?
On this show? Probably
Yeah.
not. That would be
Okay.
awkward.
Well, at least it's not an absolute no, like the Brick Queen. So, okay, I could get
It
them
would
on.
it would be awkward given some. Yeah, I
It would
I
be
can't.
awesome,
It would
dude.
just no
The best
no.
episodes
They
are
would.
when we
They
have
would.
a big
I'll tell you now.
debate.
They wouldn't do it.
They wouldn't do it.
They wouldn't do it.
Think
No.
like this, Ryan. What if you had him on and you realized you guys have some common ground and became friends through the experience?
They've seen my video. They won't. They will. There's no way.
Well, we don't know. I mean,
I trust me. I can't.
You know.
Just they wouldn't.
Emmett never thought he could be friend Lord Business
Yeah.
for a Lego analogy. But yeah, you know what is actually a good topic? Like, I this is kind of a news thing. I've seen a lot of articles on this. There was a good article. I wish I could pull it right. I think it was by Forbes, and they were talking about how the Lego franchise of movies might just be done because their point, to summarize their article, I believe it was by Forbes, was that Lego is actually a deterrent to the Warner Animation brand because there was a drop off from the last Lego movie. And if you compare how much this Lego movie made to like something like Smallfoot, another movie they made, which was an original IP, it made more money. So putting Lego in the title hurt the movie. Lego Movie 2.
Huh.
Do you need me to clarify that
I mean,
more?
no,
So it was
that
a
makes
really
sense.
interesting point.
Well, I mean that's, but I wouldn't say like it's not like they did like a test where it's like Smallfoot and the Lego Movie 2 are the exact same movie. The Lego Movie
That
2
is true.
you know what I
That
mean?
is
So
true. They're not the exact same movie, but if you think about it this way, Smallfoot was an original IP.
right.
You know, they didn't, or it might have been based on a children's book or something like that. But it doesn't matter. Like it wasn't. A lot of people saw it just because whatever reason it was, but it was just original movie. Lego was. This is a Lego Movie sequel. This is the sequel to
Yeah.
the Lego Movie, and that performing less than Smallfoot. It's cheaper for them to do Smallfoot because they have to pay less rights to Lego or whatnot. Split the money or
Yes.
whatever.
Makes sense.
So, yeah. So, do you guys think the Lego franchise might be done? Or what?
I hope not.
I mean,
Yeah, me neither.
what movie would they do next though? Like I do see a point there where like it's also like where do they go now? And I would like to see them do more movies. I also think they should like they've done what 4 movies in 5 years. Chill out. One every 3 years maybe. Like that would be a little bit more appropriate, I think, because that way if you do one every 3 years, you let the 2-year shelf life of the sets kind of go through. The sets that come out in the second year get through their 2 years.
Well,
And then you release a
the
new
main
one.
thing it was 3 years for Lego Batman and Lego Movie 1. I think that was a good spacing. And Lego Batman is the second highest performing of the whole franchise. It did fine.
Right. Yeah. I think when you release so many movies so quickly, people get a little burnt out.
Ninjago was released months after Batman. A lot of people saw it as cheap. They saw it as something, well, not cheap, but they saw it as something. Oh, isn't this a cartoon show? Isn't this? It didn't perform as well.
I can see
and
that.
then you release Lego Movie 2 less than 2 years after Ninjago. I don't know. I think Ninjago really hurt it, which I love the Ninjago movie set, so it hurts me to say that. But
right
here, how about this ultimatum? Would you guys rather not have the Lego Ninjago movie exist and have a Lego Movie 3, or have Lego Ninjago movie exist and no Lego Movie 3?
I'll take Lego Movie 3 for 300.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah.
The thing that would hurt is that the sets are so good from Lego Ninjago. I don't know if you guys love the sets.
Yeah, they're my favorite Ninjagos.
That's a good counterpoint.
There you go, yeah.
But who knows?
I would like just the sets if you want to get rid of the movie so I could get my Lego Movie 3 fix. That would be fantastic. It's like the best of all.
Yeah.
That's the greatest trade deals in all the history of trade deals.
Yeah, you might actually have a good idea there with that point, because they could do something where maybe they'll just make a Lego movie, a Lego show, I guess.
I think they should do a TV show like the Jurassic one.
I love that series.
There you go. So maybe that could help, and then they could do more set waves with the characters we love. So I don't know. Or I guess they have the Unikitty show, so maybe another spinoff would be in the works. But yeah, I don't know.
Thank God that's not the Unikitty movie would just bomb.
Please no.
That would be abysmal.
Yeah, it's original. It's like Ninjago Part 2.
Right.
It's an original IP. But it's an original property by Lego themselves. Also, they had the Lego Billion Brick Race movie. I don't know if you guys know about this movie, Billion Brick Race.
No.
Well, basically, it's a movie that has been in the works since around the time Ninjago movie was announced. They said Ninjago movie's coming and Billion Brick Race, where apparently it's like wacky racers with Lego. And that movie keeps getting pushed back and pushed back. It's probably canceled at this point. And then they also have the Lego Batman movie 2 apparently in the works. So I don't know if those will ever come out. But
you know what I'd like to see? Yeah. I'd like to see the Lego Hidden Side movie. I feel like of all the stuff that they have coming out, that's probably the most interesting, and I'd like to see a movie based on it.
Dude, a Lego horror movie. Great. Oh my God.
Something.
It couldn't be super scary because it's a kids movie at the end of the day, but something that is, it still skirts the line there would be a lot of fun, I think. That's a good point. I like that Hidden Side.
And here's the thing. I don't know if they would ever do that, unfortunately, now, because Warner Bros. Is like, Lego. The only thing I think they would do is a Lego Batman movie 2, maybe, because maybe they could salvage something there, but
right.
I don't know. If that does good, then maybe Lego will be back on the table, but yeah.
That bums me out, though. So it's sort of like Lego's on thin ice because they don't want to pay the money to have a movie that's borderline floppable, and
exactly.
They can not pay that and make a better movie, technically.
Yep. Oh. Yeah. Or what it comes down to is money, because I don't know if Smallfoot was a better movie than Lego Movie 2, but to be fair, I didn't see Smallfoot, so it could.
Yeah.
But also, it hasn't opened up in China yet, which is a big box office. I don't think it's open in Japan. I don't think it's open in Australia, Lego Movie 2. So
how did they just not release a movie at the same time around the world? Like, it doesn't make sense in today's world. Like, it's not like you just you know what I mean? It just doesn't.
It's all about like, I know for Ant-Man and the Wasp, that didn't release until August for the UK, while it was in July here, because there was some it was a big football game or something, World Cup, something, I don't know, something like that. I don't follow football, but yeah. So it's all about timing, I guess. Maybe the Chinese New Year was around the time Lego Movie 2 came out. Maybe that delayed stuff. And also, what's interesting is that the Lego Movie 1 never released in China.
Dude, the Lego
Movie 2 is releasing in China.
That's weird.
Just think if you're trying to avoid spoilers for like 3 months.
Right? I feel bad for the Australia.
You can't win.
Yeah.
But like with Lego Movie 1, I think it wasn't released in China. I'm guessing because it has a ghost in it, and China has this policy against movies including ghosts. I don't know if you've heard about this. Yeah.
China's weird.
It's a very ridiculous policy from the Western view, but
I guess Lego Hidden Side wouldn't be a good one for China either then.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Or maybe I think that's why Hidden Sides are ghouls looking like they're like kind of not ghosts. So maybe those are going to be popular in China. I don't know.
Who knows?
But like that Ghostbusters 2016 movie never released in China, and that was probably another reason why it didn't make too much money. But anyways, so that was just a little detour. But
yeah, interesting. We had someone comment on the show last week, Bricktails. He says, have you guys noticed that the age recommendation on Lego sets is gone? So this comment isn't like entirely accurate. Don't take it at face value, because the age recommendation on Lego sets is very much still there. If you go look at any modern Lego set box, it still has an age recommendation, obviously. I'm particularly, for this example, I just have pulled up on screen Darth Vader's castle. You guys can pull up whatever you want. But so for like forever, I guess, or at least until recently, most sets, will have a range of ages, like 9 to 14, 7 to 12, whatever it may be. Lego has changed this now to just be an open-ended thing. So now instead of 9 to 14, it just says 9 plus.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a better way to do it.
I think
Definitely.
I swear I mentioned this back in
We
December.
might have talked about this before.
We
I
might
definitely have
have
talked
talked
about this with someone before, but it was the most interesting comment on the podcast last week. You guys leave us some comments, all right? We'll get some good topics from y'all, and we'll mention your name too. That's how you get a shout out. the infamous shout out. But yeah, like I like having the plus. I think it's also like a cleaner look for the boxes. Just having less clutter up there is good, I guess, just from a design standpoint. Although the American boxes have a lot of. Whenever I see like the European boxes, I'm just like, that just doesn't look right. There's just not enough text on the left side of the box. There's supposed to be a whole wall there. It just looks so wrong.
I like knowing the piece count. It seems weird not to have that,
It totally does. It is awkward. I don't know what, like Lego doesn't want to do it, I believe, because they just don't want people to put piece count with price together. But I also feel
is
like
exactly what we do.
There's a reason. Because if they have it in these other locations, they have the international packaging and then they have the North American packaging. So if they had it in these other locations, they would have to make specific packaging to each country to fit each language. That's why if you see the North American packaging usually has what? English, Spanish, sometimes French, because Quebec, Spanish.
Well, it just says pieces. Like, what do you mean? Like
pieces. Well, if you see that, it's the same with the names and everything. They would have to translate it for each one. Now, for more licensed sets, they do have to put the names because of the copyright and whatnot. But yeah, that's what I assumed.
They'd never translate names on international boxes anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean that's because that's the license.
We're talking about
name
the
of, like,
piece
from
count.
Star Wars and stuff.
Yeah, if you look at Darth Vader's castle,
pieces,
down below it says pieces like PCS, and then it has a slash which PZ.
Yeah, like they couldn't figure it out.
And then below that is building toy, and then they have 2 other languages there as well.
You'll see, sometimes they do have these store promotions and stuff. They have like one box they make for the whole world, and it'll be like pieces, and then it'll say like it'll have like 7 slashes of like you'll have Chinese on there, you'll have Japanese. It's crazy, but I think that's why. I always thought that was why, but maybe you're right. Maybe it's the price thing. But isn't that something they can do in America anyways? Like compare prices with pieces.
Well, I think the point is in America, it's a law that you have to have the piece count on any box of anything that's like a multiple part item. So like a puzzle or in this instance a Lego set, versus every other country in the world, you just don't have to have that.
Huh, that's interesting. I never knew that was a law. Maybe that is.
There might be specific international countries that require that, and maybe Lego sends piece count boxes there. But if Lego wanted to put the piece count on the box, they would be on every box. Just leave it at that.
Interesting.
A part of me is kind of intrigued with not having it on there, because then you look at the set and you make a judgment based on the art. Is it worth that price that they're asking? Whereas us, like as soon as the set comes out, we're like, oh, that's 1,000 pieces. It's $150. No way.
Yeah, I do wonder how much differently I would view some Lego sets if I just didn't know the piece count. If there was a way to just not know, right? Yeah. That would be a very interesting concept. Like, obviously, I'll never experience that.
For that reason, but not having it on there, you just look at the set and you're like, yeah, I think that's a cool set for that price.
Yeah.
That's what I've been trying to do, where it's just like I judge the set on what's the content of the set, what is included, because price per piece, as I've learned over these years, it isn't really the best measure. We've discussed this many times on the podcast, so I'm just like, is this worth? Does it feel like this is worth the $20? So you'll have a lot of junior sets that feel like they're worth the high prices.
Yeah, it's just hard to kind of put yourself in that mentality sometimes, especially when you for the last decade just like 10 cents per piece or bust, baby.
Exactly. No, that's completely true.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting. I would love to be able to experience that, but just probably never will. Another thing I'd like to experience one day, I don't know if you guys ever think about this, but so the kid who found the Lego Star Wars sets early, right, just didn't expect them to be there. I don't think I've ever like walked into a store and just like, I guess the Technic Bugatti when I found it won't, but I'm talking about like a new product. Like I would be so like just like jaw on the floor if I walked into Target tomorrow and like, obviously this is a bad example because they're already out in some stores, so I know there's a chance they'll have them. But like if I walked into Target and there's like a June 2019 set and I'm just like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like this is just like I'll never experience that, I feel like, and that's something I envy of the person that did find the Star Wars sets early at Target first. But
so you're just saying like him finding new sets, like
yeah, like just being just like happening upon something that's totally not supposed to be out yet, or even furthermore, like the Snowspeeder polybag that someone found at Target, dude, I would lose my mind if I found that before having seen, like, you never just see stuff on the store shelves before you've seen it 1,000 times online.
Oh, you're saying when you see new stuff that you haven't seen before. I see.
Both.
Exactly.
I was talking. The first way was more confusing, but the second thing.
As a YouTuber, my mind immediately goes to that reaction video. It would be priceless.
Yeah, like I just walked in and hey, there's this new Snowspeeder polybag that I know is a thing, right? Like I know I've known there's gonna be a Snowspeeder polybag.
You're like, oh my god, this is here.
Yeah, but I didn't know what it was gonna look like, and here it is in front of me, and I can buy it right now. That would be crazy.
All right. Here's what you'll do, Ryan. Okay.
This is not gonna work.
You steal some Lego, you go to jail, get released 2 years
from
now.
Jail.
We'll film the video. Bam.
Oh,
you
man.
reacting to all the sets because you wouldn't be able to see them in jail.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'd have you smuggling me in pictures.
Oh, no. That'd defeat our whole video.
Oh,
It'd be clickbait. No, but yeah. Well, people now have, actually speaking of clickbait like this, people have like reacting to Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody for the
You
first
watched
time.
who did the video? Gus Johnson.
It was
video
Gus.
on it. Yeah,
Gus,
I love Gus.
He
Did
did
you
a
watch
great
Gus,
video on this.
Greg?
No.
Gus Johnson.
I always see his stuff. Yeah.
Look him
And
up.
he did a
Type
great video
it
called
in
Oh,
now.
Wow.
Looking him up.
Gus Johnson. He has good 1-minute skits, and then he makes great like long form videos too. So good mix. He's one of the funniest guys.
How these people are faking reactions, so it's like
yeah.
That's what that reminded me of.
These people act like they've just never heard Bohemian Rhapsody before. Dude, imagine if I made one of those videos about a Lego set.
It's like,
my reaction to the biggest Lego set ever that I've never seen.
But what you should do is honestly,
oh my god,
if I was you, like not saying that I haven't shown my face because obviously I've shown my insect face, but if I showed my face, my human face.
Oh, that's a good point.
I would do reactions when stuff comes out, the first pictures come out
of your face.
No, yeah, just like a camera reaction of like me reacting to fresh Lego news of a new set or something.
Oh, so okay, counterpoint to that. So I have done that maybe once or twice. I couldn't tell you which videos or what sets, but it has happened before where like I'll find a set, but the thing is I'm never recording when I see the set first, right? So, like, let's say news drops 9 a.m. I'm on Instagram. There it is right in front of me. I'm not like, let me record this video before I look at this news that I've already, like, that just doesn't happen. I can't make it happen that way. You know what I mean?
You gotta like, okay, when you see one set revealed and it's official, just...
Again, it's tough.
Pause.
It's too easy to scroll.
Bam.
Wait, you're talking about your facial reaction?
Like,
yeah, what the
more so like
but,
me
like,
actually seeing it for the first
camera
time.
Having the camera on kind of like changes it a little bit because I feel like you'd be more inclined to like react more than what you would if the camera.
That
was
is true
on.
too.
It's entirely
That is
possible,
true, too.
yeah.
You'd be like, "Oh my god, this is the best."
fall backwards in my chair.
Fall off your chair.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Frothing at the mouth.
Yeah. I think when the Simpsons house was first revealed back in like when it first leaked, actually back when I covered like raw leaks, I think I recorded my reaction or something. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's just,
oh my gosh.
It's just hard to get like a live reaction of like I'm just like, I see it before I can record it. It just is the way it is. And, you know, I'll record it within the next 5 minutes, right? It's still a pretty fresh impression, but it's never like the first time I've seen something. So it's just an interesting, I mean, I guess the best way to do that would be like if we work together, the three of us, and we're just like, every time something drops, we like check with each other, like, yo, Greg, did you see the new Star Wars sets? No, interesting. Here, start recording. You know, that type of thing, or vice versa. Like, that would be the only way I could see it working, because otherwise I'm just going to see it, right? Go on Instagram, and it's there.
It's a good idea for, like, a series of videos, for
sure. Yeah. Anyway, oh, shoot. What was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah, so I have our meme of the week. I'm going to send you guys these links. Actually, here, let me send you... Okay, so first link here. So, this is made by Vonsec. Here you go. Shoot, how do I screen share? There we go. That's number one. Number one.
I don't.
And this second one is even better. I promise you. This one's pretty much gold. And send.
Into the news.
Yeah.
Let's get right into the news.
pretty dang good. I love
It's
the
an honor,
popcorn
right?
holster. Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's on two completely different topics, and
Yeah, where's
but-
the drama at, Ryan?
Yeah.
You're in for the drama.
I would totally fit drama in, but there isn't enough that really happens inside the play. Like if it ever happens, like I'll fit it in, right?
Star on the podcast.
I was thinking about that earlier this week. Like, I was kind of, not that I'm a huge fan of drama, but I think it'd be interesting if there was some. So I was thinking, like, maybe if anybody's interested in, we almost have like we have drama going back and forth, but it's almost like the WWE where it's like fake.
Yeah, exactly.
People think it's real, but they kind of know that it's fake, but they're curious to see where it plays out. I want to go back and forth with somebody, like through videos, back and forth for like a month or something.
Just too good as a
If we
slimy
start a Lego
insect.
competition video series, bam, we'll have like WWE stars of ourselves, and we'll be.
Yeah, I just want to be like, man, I heard Justin was talking crap about me. This is what I think about him, and then we make a video coming back at me, and we just keep going at this. And people are like, dude, this is crazy.
And then M&R News just reports on all of it. And,
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you weren't here when we had the whole actual real drama between Brick Queen and Ryan. And that was an interesting time in the show's history.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the real drama. I just want something fake that people could get attached to and have fun
Right.
with, like a
The
story.
thing is, I feel like people
this
will
whole
take-
story out in some way.
I'm scared that people take it too seriously.
That's possible.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So,
Like just like the WWE, Justin.
yeah. That's true.
People take
Well,
it
I mean,
too
you know,
seriously.
yeah, it's. I mean, those are great performances. You know.
Sure,
You're not
yeah.
into that, but yeah, like since we have a lot of younger kids and stuff. it might be
Right,
like, "Oh my
obviously.
gosh, you actually hate. We gotta go."
Oh yeah, you'd have the other person's camp coming over and just destroying
Yeah.
the video.
Their camp.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I guess Chris and I kind of have that pseudo drama, right? A little back and forth last summer, and then he quit the podcast, so people think we hate each other, but that's just not true. So
You guys should have played that up a little bit. I think that would have been fun.
I know. Yeah, I guess if Chris actually made videos, man. Come on, Chris. I haven't asked him, but I'm sure he'd come on the podcast if I ask him. Maybe next week I'll ask him.
Chris's next video should be, I've been
Return.
thinking about this the last 6 months, and I hate Ryan. And then you guys start it up and go back and forth. I've been dwelling on it.
And then we go to fight at Brick Fair, Virginia, but he's Canadian, so he actually just brings me a apology card. It's just like, sorry. That's the whole end of it. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. I have a mock of the week here. I feel like we've looked at some Lego food before, but I'm pretty sure we haven't looked at this one.
Oh, this is great.
This is one that I want to take a look at my Lego mock review series whenever I get around to doing that. But this is like I would probably eat this and not like think twice about it. Like it's pretty spot on.
That's
It's
awesome.
incredible. Look how the waffle is like melted. Like it's.
Yeah.
I love just the NPU here. Nice part usage. Like the little cap piece from minifigures are used to make.
That's what those are?
That's the cap.
I couldn't
piece,
figure
yeah.
out what those were.
Glue
Yeah,
that
there you go.
together.
You're right.
Bam. The golf half piece, I always call it, is used to make.
It is the golf half piece. That's
That
right.
dang golf ball. I found that in a yard sale haul, and I was gonna throw it away, and everyone's like, "That's a Lego piece." I'm
So-
like, "Nah, it's a golf ball."
Yeah. No, so I have a story about. So I had the Y-wing from 2004. I just got a new version. I just got another one of those. But the original version of it I'm missing one of those halves. So, and like it's gone, right? Like I've been through my parts collection a million times in the last 10, 15 years, right? It's just not there. So one of the Y-wing engines has one and the other one doesn't. I'm almost convinced now that my parents probably threw it out like 10 years ago thinking it was a broken golf ball. Like
I bet I still have mine. I have mine here somewhere. I should send it to you.
I'm sure they didn't think it was no. I just rebought that set, so I don't need it. But
Oh, never mind.
yeah,
He's like, I'll just rebuy this set. I don't need that.
I did. Oh, yeah, I didn't have the Darth Vader's tie. It was in bad shape. Yeah, but I needed to rebuy it.
That's fine.
It was not repairable. But yeah,
It's an easy mistake to make, honestly, because if you look at it, it's a golf ball.
I'm pretty convinced that's what's probably happened. Yeah, it's totally modeled after a golf. They probably literally just took a golf ball, put it in their mold caster, and were like, "All right, here's our new Lego piece."
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the size is. Do I have a Lego set with one on it, like, near me? Yeah, let me see. Let me hold it up next to a golf ball. I want to see if it's the same size.
Okay.
Golf ball. All right. Sorry for the delay. Moment of truth. Here we go. That is not what we want. Oh, the golf ball piece is like considerably smaller. I know you guys can't see it, but it's not that close in size. That's a shame. I thought they would be closer. Maybe like 2/3 the width, I would say, or the diameter, whatever you want to call it. But Lego golf ball talk. There you go.
You guys like sports? Do any of you guys like golf?
Apparently not golf enough.
I like golf. Like, I don't know. Like, it's a nice thing to just have on the TV on like a Sunday afternoon when it's like 75 out. Like, I don't know. There's just something about that to me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no. Do you know what's funny? I don't like golf. Well, I don't really care about golf, but I have memories from when I was a kid and my dad would watch golf on Sunday afternoons. So I never had that reminded to me. So
yeah, that's like a thing. Like, I don't know. It's just like a nice like background. Like, very occasionally I'll watch it, right? But like more so just as like a thing to have on is nice.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah.
Because it's so like, you know, the announcers are like, hey, we've got 4-mile-an-hour wind to the left. Like, it's just like perfect. I don't know. It's just nice.
Yeah, when I was young, I used to pick up golf balls from like the golf course and I would sell them to my dad for money. That was my little job.
That's how you got Lego sets. There you go.
Legit.
That's how you guys, if you're young, that's how you buy Lego sets. Actually, it's the best way to get money
eggs.
for them.
I don't know if you got to the last picture there, but those eggs are really cool.
Pull back up.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about the eggs is are those sprinkled brown? I know pepper. It's supposed to be pepper, right?
Those aren't Lego pieces, are they?
Those aren't Lego pieces. That's what I'm saying.
You think they're broken Lego pieces? Broken Lego brown?
That's what I was like. That's the only thing it could possibly be.
That's what it looks like. That just looks like the way Lego pieces break. I don't know.
Why would they do that? Why wouldn't you just put maybe like studs or something on top of there instead?
They were going for accuracy.
I guess, but man,
there's nothing smaller.
Also, I like how the left has. If you look very closely, they have a little bit of a parsley or something, but it's the Lego branch pieces.
Yeah, a little dark there, but yes.
What are many of those little caps that they bought for all their blueberries?
I know, right?
A lot.
That's crazy.
One thing, actually, this reminds me. I'm bringing up these random topics with broken Lego pieces. Have any of you guys have broken Lego pieces recently? Like, a lot of pieces have been breaking from it recently.
No.
Like, legitimately broken. Not for you, Greg. How about you, Brian?
I have. So, obviously, a lot of my Lego sets are getting older now. And this is I think, gonna be a big problem. My TIE Defender had a couple pieces snap on it. I showed it in a vlog recently. And I just feel like, in general, some of my older Lego sets feel brittle. Like the rubber bands on my Tantive 4 and the rubber band of the new TIE Bomber that I got just snapped. Like I had to order new rubber bands, which was relatively cheap and looks nice, obviously, when they're new. But I feel like when Lego sets get older, and I think this is true, that they do get a little bit brittle, and you need to be a little bit more careful with them.
Yeah.
If you if you display them in a glass display case, like my ultimate goal is like a dust-free environment, which seems feasible. If you do that, I think you're fine. But when they get dusty and they're just kind of out there every day, I think they get brittle, and that's why they do break. And I think you're probably experiencing the same thing, Justin.
That's probably it. Yeah. No. It's strange. I actually had a more recent set break though, because you're talking about older stuff.
Right.
I don't know what it was, but yeah. There was a piece that literally when I took it out of the box and I was building it, it broke.
Was it the fishing store? I feel like that you had a problem with that one. I don't remember.
I might have been. Actually, you might. Yeah, I think it might have been a piece from the fishing store. That's actually might be it. Good point.
I don't remember. Yeah. Just like if I had to pick one, like that's what I'd put money on. I don't remember though.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it's. Hopefully they fix something. But yeah. Also.
Do either of you guys have any really, really old sets that you could maybe like a 30, 40-year-old set that you could experiment with and see what that's like? Like, does Lego have a lifespan?
My oldest set is like a 1995 space shuttle. Let me grab it. It's right under my.
Well, I'm wondering, like, do you mean like old set or a set that we had open for that long?
Open that long? I guess maybe Brickstar would be the guy to ask about this.
That would be Brickstar.
But I'd love to see like what's his experience with opening or using a set from the 1970s.
Yeah.
And how does it
I have super old sets, but none of them were open for that long. You know?
Yeah, if you just open them, the pieces are still fresh. So if you guys Google 1995 Lego Space Shuttle, you'll see the set I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure I have both these sets that are given to me as hand-me-downs from my grandpa's. Basically my cousin. I definitely had the one with the blue plane, and I also definitely had the launch pad, but unfortunately both are in disrepair. I do have one space shuttle remaining from these though, and it looks like this. A lot of the parts on it are yellowed, obviously, from some sun damage. It's very scratched up. You probably can't tell on the camera from what I'm showing on screen, but yeah, it doesn't feel that brittle. Like, it feels pretty
Lego
normal.
Town spaceport sets?
I don't know. Are they?
I love those sets.
Ooh, I had this set, 1682. I had that one from back in the day.
Which one? Which one is 1682?
It's the space shuttle. It's titled. Let me see. Space shuttle.
Okay, yeah. So this is like the newer version of that.
Okay.
So if you look,
I'm thinking, is it 6?
It's
6339.
6339 is the one that I had because I had the yeah.
I envy you.
I want to buy this set. I want to buy like a new version of this set. I remember bringing a set to like the local baseball park like on a day they were launching the space shuttle, and like I launched it at the same time like
That's
with,
awesome.
Like with the launcher. Like it was pretty dope. Yeah.
Was that your first set, Ryan?
No, that was like I was given like a whole box of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like 2004ish, 2005. Like after I had a few sets, and I was kind of into it. So yeah, just some cool stuff there. But yeah, I need to look up how much that set is. That might be the first set I buy after I'm done with my hiatus.
I didn't know if maybe you started before you got into Lego Star Wars and then eventually transitioned over into that, or.
No, it was Lego Star Wars first. That was just something that I had.
Yeah.
I think it's 6339. Let me see how much this is.
So
I want to
cool
know.
that you've collected that your entire life.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
$80 pre-owned. I want to buy a sealed one.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
$700. Yo.
Justin's like buying it now.
I know.
Where's my coupon? I think I want to buy a used one.
I
You get
I
50%
can't
off,
even
right?
buy a sealed set for like over $200. The closest I came to it was when I was going to buy like I said it in an earlier episode. I was going to buy the unreleased Las Vegas set for $700.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember
was
that. That was crazy.
I used to set a limit. I used to have this limit in my mind. I would be like, if I could buy an Xbox for as much or less than a Lego set, I can't buy that Lego set. And now I've kind of crept past that, and it's getting bad.
You almost bought the UCS Millennium Falcon.
Oh, I'm glad they talked me out of that one. Because it would be sitting on my floor over here. I'd have a giant box on my floor that's $800.
I can get a
$500.
new shuttle launch pad on Bricklink for $321.
I'm looking at set 3367. Do you guys know this freaking city?
Which set?
It was a $20 set.
Lego 6337.
No, 3367. It goes for $100 now. That was like I used to see that all the time at freaking,
Wow.
Toys R Us.
Oh wow, yeah, I remember
I
this
feel
one.
like they remade this set like multiple
Yeah.
times. Because I remember seeing this on the shelf like a year or two ago.
It's probably the
Oh, yeah,
cleanest
they
looking
did. They
space
made it-
shuttle though.
In 2015,
Yeah.
and I think they're.
This
are they doing
is not a
space?
2015. It's
No,
like
they
2010.
remade it. No, the
Okay.
2011, then they remade it
Yeah,
in
yeah.
2015. They remake Spaceport every 4 years. Next one, this summer, I think.
There you
2019.
go.
I think.
Space
Yeah.
Police. Oh wait,
Oh,
Sky Police.
Sky.
They already had
Police.
Space Police.
What's next? Ground.
Anyway,
Police.
I need that space shuttle set again at some point. That's just one of those like nostalgia things that I probably wouldn't care about if I hadn't already owned one, but now I do, so I'm gonna have to shell out some money for one eventually.
Nostalgia is a powerful thing.
It is
For sure.
Makes you do
indeed.
some crazy stuff.
Anyway, I think we're good. Do we have anything else to talk about?
Not much.
Is there a rant this week?
Oh, is there?
No, I don't have a rant. I was thinking of one, and I'm like, I can't think of one.
Oh,
Slacker.
I know people look forward to that every week.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I really can't think of one, which is good. I mean, that means I'm not angry.
You're
at
not
him.
angry this week.
Yeah,
I'm not angry this week. This week I'm happy. Everything's good. All right.
If
All
you
right.
have a rant, leave it as a comment on this video, and we'll read your rant next week.
There
on
you
the
go.
show.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's all for the podcast. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave us a like, leave us a comment down below, let us know, leave us a post on the subreddit. Y'all know the drill. We'll be back next week with episode 41, maybe with Chris Productions. I gotta ask him. We'll see if he's down to do it. And you guys have anything else to say to our lovely viewers?
I'm gonna start some drama with him, I think, when he comes on.
All right. Yeah, you
I have
talk to him privately. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you all next week.